How's it, guys? Yeah, more technical issues that we had starting the stream again. But it's all part of the fun and everything else that we do. So welcome to Getting to Grips. And I think what we're going to be doing is something very different. I'm not running around the studio, and I'm not actually getting tired and worn out lifting stands all over the place. Today we're going to actually got a special guest in studio today, one of our new Godox SA ambassadors. So welcome, Ash.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Carl, and hello to everyone on Getting to Grips. It's nice to be here.
No, well, it's actually awesome. We finally, I think I've met you like twice in person since.
Twice, yeah. It's been a while. It's been twice, definitely.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through, I've just got a whole lot of schedule here that we're going to go through. So we're going to get Ash to tell us his story, who he is and everything else. And then also we'll then try and get some of his work showcased and let him explain and talk through some of those things. And then we have some questions about what he does at Godox SA. I know it's hectic. I've tried doing them and I just couldn't get it right. But so we're going to start off. I'm going to hand over to you, Ash, and just explain or just share who you are, what you do, how you started out.
Okay. Well, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ash. Everybody knows me as just Ash, but you can find me as Ashvir Maharaj on social media. Well, I'm a photographer, videographer, media creative that basically does almost every genre. I specialize mainly in lifestyle portraits, boudoir, and landscapes as well, mainly for travel related. And now I have a YouTube that's going on for almost 2 years. Since and when I joined Godox. So Godox has been the reason for me creating a YouTube and growing the YouTube space. And it's been quite fun and challenging, but my main business line is mainly lifestyle portraits and cosplay as well. So I do a lot of everything combined, and that's why the YouTube journey also fit into the space. So I have a wide variety of genres to offer to those who want to view and those who want to learn and those who want to grow in the space. So I have the knowledge and experience across many genres, basically to teach. Teaching. I love teaching, so it all fits into place.
So how long have you actually been shooting now?
Well, 2026 marks my 10th year anniversary in the photo and video space. The first few years were basically just doing it as an art form. It just started as an art form, buying a camera, learning a bit of this, a bit of that, traveling, exploring what the city, the country has to offer. I used to love cityscapes. Going out into the dangerous Joburg CBD used to be what I loved. I used to do a lot of rooftop jumping, a lot of shooting from up high. I would never do it now, but in my first few years, that was basically what we did. And then it slowly progressed from landscapes, it went to cityscapes, it went on to people shoots, it went on to doing work for clients, basically to earn money, to basically expand the gear lineup, to get more gear. And then it grew from one genre to the next genre to the next genre. I think it's basically, I get bored quickly, so it moving and learning the different styles is basically what my past 10 years has been like. And that's it's still not done. It's still not done. And
I don't think we ever get done.
Yeah, it's always changing. It's always with technology, everything keeps changing.
Yeah. So on your journey, well, do you remember your first shoot?
No. I think that the first 3 years has just been like a fun journey. I think that was the years when Instagram was just booming.
Okay.
It was just a massive surge of people on Instagram. It was just basically the communities going out together, having Insta meets, getting to collab with other people in the same industry and just creating. And that was the first round of it. I think first paid was probably family related functions. I think that was what started the first set of incomes. You know, when you knew, you just take on friends and families first before you start developing and getting the confidence to expand.
Yeah. So on your first shoots, what type of lighting did you have back in those days?
Originally, it was natural light, and then I know that I bought my first, I think it was brand specific flashes back then because you needed a bit of light. So it wasn't Godox. I looked for like the cheapest options because I was still shooting with DSLR at the time, and it was a crop sensor camera. So it was either spend money on lighting or expand the gear lineup first. So it was one small Nikon flash. I don't even think they make flashes in a lot. Brands don't make flashes anymore for this. So it was my first one that stuck with me for about 3 or 4 years before I eventually decided, okay, no, it's time to switch to Godox. And I think that was when I sold that and moved on to the first proper Godox flashes. And then that's how I slowly started increasing the gear acquisitions.
So talking about the Godox side of things, so obviously with Godox SA, maybe share on how you actually got involved initially in Godox SA, because I know you were one of the creatives,
yes,
and then now you have achieved your ambassadorship. So maybe just share on how you actually got the brand to notice. How did the brand notice Ash?
Well, as I said, when I started my Godox journey, the first flash that I think I owned was the 8200 Pro. That was my first acquisition in the Godox lineup, and that built up majority of my portfolio in the first few years. That was a speed light that I've used over and over and over. I think it even got tired of being used because that was the only light that I had. And being someone that loves tech, I mean, I love tech. One of my dreams was to always be a tech guy on YouTube. But being an introvert, it sort of kept me, so it delayed the process for a while up until the point where it's like, okay, we're now in a pandemic. Let's start experimenting with a few new things. Since we can't go out and shoot much. And I was like, okay, let's look at some gear. Let's see. I've watched tons and tons and tons and tons of videos over the years as I learnt and explored myself. And I was like, okay, we have guys that do stuff. There's guys that have too detailed stuff that doesn't fit into the South African market. And most growing and developing economies, where there's guys who just want to know, we have this amount of money, we need to buy this amount of gear. What does it have? Would it work for me? And I was like, okay, let's try something. Let's try with a few gears, a few purchases that I got. And when I used to tag Godox, I think in most of my work back then. Then I slowly developed, slowly increased the gear to the V1, to the LC500, and it kept growing and growing. So when Godox came, I think I just started YouTube proper, and I was like, okay. At that time, I think didn't even have 50 followers on YouTube. It was like, okay, now it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. I love the gear, I love the brands, I love tech, I love exploring and teaching. So let's start growing it. And that's when the creative journey started. And then I just was opened to Godox giving me the opportunity to work with all the gear that I have and to see how it could benefit both myself as well as the growing community at large, both of photography, videography, and just content creation in general. So that was like a year ago, just about a year ago. And then now we're on the next level where everything has to go bigger and better.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I mean, I think it was important when you are actually using the product and you're passionate about the product, tag the brands, because I think that's what then they sort of check. Yes, you may not have 10,000 followers, but they can see that you have something there and you're using the product and driving. So,
and I think that's one of the reasons that I continue to do it, especially for the South African market. I know there's a few other developing markets that have the same sort of idea, and most of them have messaged me about the same thing, is that they don't want to watch huge creators talk about a product for 30 seconds, then drift off into producing some other video and cinema related stuff, and then only get back to the gear again at the end of the video. They just want to see, we have 5,000 Rand. We want to spend on this. What does it include? What's included in it? How does it help me? Is it worth me spending 5,000 because I don't have the money to buy additional gear? And I think that's where the keep it simple, keep it focused on the South African growing market. And I think that's what a lot of people love, is that they get to see what it can do, what's included. And a lot of South Africans love buying from a store where they can touch and feel. And I think YouTube is still growing and still developing in our market. And if they find someone that they can trust, that opens up more room for buying online. They say, okay, we trust him, we can go ahead with that product.
Yeah. So staying on with the Godox side, so I'm going to sort of ask you, what does it mean to you now becoming a brand ambassador for Godox?
Well, I think with being a brand ambassador, I think a lot of people get being a creative influencer or ambassador wrong. It's not just the biggest guys on the market that have millions of followers. It's people who can identify with the brand's vision and mission and basically continue spreading the word by experimenting and seeing that it is actually valid quality that could help you grow into your field and expand. I mean, Godox has been one of the few brands that actually focuses on development in the market, and that's been a great thing. So being an ambassador means that you're just continuing the journey offline, and you're growing the market and you're growing yourself as well together with Godox. So the ambassador basically just opens up. You basically say you're a teacher, but you're just focusing on the brand itself.
Yeah. So I think also, maybe you can sort of share on this one as well. I mean, I found once I did sort of become, especially up to the sort of the influencer, and then I went into, because it was still influencer back in those days.
Yeah.
And then I went into the Godox SA ambassador role, and it just almost gave me a bit more, maybe it's trust, not necessarily authority, but trust amongst people.
Yeah.
Maybe you can even share on that, because I mean, I know you've only just stepped into this role.
Yeah.
But trust is an important thing, especially in gear and any type of product that you want to actually promote.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely agree on the fact that, I mean, being associated with any brand basically gives you that level of trust. People can say, okay, you're not just someone that's selling a product. You there, they can see your work, you can see your experience, they can see that you've used it to come up with stuff. So, I mean, being the ever since I got into with Godox, I mean, even with the creator side of it, it's basically opened up a lot more doors with people saying, okay, you well recognized, you're just not a fly by night that's doing it in terms of normal business work as well. Clients can see that you're associated with a big brand, then say, okay, we can trust you to do a shoot. So it's opened up a lot more opportunities, and it's also allowed you to grow out of your shell as well. I think that's the main thing, is that when you start off as a normal, being most photographers in general are introverts. A lot of them are introverts. So just being exposed, given the opportunity, it's same like when you achieve a goal, it just gives you a huge confidence boost. And that's where the ambassador thing is. It's just like giving you a massive confidence boost.
Yeah. And not trying to be, I suppose, not being biased, because I mean, we're both here, we're both ambassadors, and what do you think makes Godox stand out as a product in the photography field?
Well, after having, I think, explored so many products, I think I've played around with so much of gear. The thing about Godox, especially in the market, is that they cater for a variety of creatives. It doesn't matter if you're just a mobile creator that's just starting out, or you're a massive cinema fundi. Godox is a brand that caters for everyone and everyone's budget. And in general, as I pointed out earlier, with the mission and vision, Godox is one of the few brands that I know that actually focuses on development of the youth. We have a growing market, people who don't have the funds necessary for maybe getting proper training and proper development. And I mean, with you having, let's take your Getting to Grips, for example, it opens up opportunities for people to learn. You can watch other YouTubes, as I mentioned, a lot of them go off track, or they get too technical to the point where it doesn't help people grow. Where Godox keeps it grounded, it allows people to grow. And the main thing about being in a smaller country is that you get more hands-on experience. If someone is stuck, has a question, whether they're buying gear directly from Godox SA or one of the approved dealers, there's people that are on the ground that can help you make proper decisions. And if you're stuck and you need guidance, you can even approach the creators or the ambassadors. And I think most people would be more than happy to help groom the economy. And I think that's the great thing about Godox, is that they're always there for the community.
Yeah, and I think the whole structure that Godox SA has around having the creatives and the ambassadors there as extra sort of points to let people know that actually if you are stuck with something, shout. We're there to actually help and everything else. I don't think there's many companies that do that, especially if there's really supporting the product.
Yeah,
and
there's not, I mean, even if you look internationally, it's very difficult to actually get feedback and help from any big creators out there. A lot of the bigger brands would just ignore you. So I'm glad that we are in a smaller country, and we have the type of support and creatives in the industry.
Yeah. So you mentioned that your first Godox products was 80-200 Pro, and I'm sure you still got that.
Still got it. It's still going strong. It has no Godox labels anymore. It's completely worn out. I think it's fell more times. And I think that the silicone protection for that Godox 8200, I think it's completely destroyed from all the times that it actually fell on a solo shoot. But yeah, it's still going strong. No lights. No matter how old a light could be, it still does the job.
Yeah, I think that's where I can also share on that, because I mean, I've had my 80 series for ages, and they just work. You just switch on, they work. Which is that confidence you need, especially being a professional and stuff. So when, I suppose, when did you start really trusting the Godox range? Obviously, when you went out and bought, and obviously you did a lot of research beforehand.
Yeah.
When was it that you felt that this product is it?
Look, I've always known. I mean, Godox has been one of the brands to get. I mean, in my earlier years, especially when we used to have like the photo and film expos and stuff like that. I mean, Godox has always been there with the older ambassadors doing workshops, training, demos. So it's always been the brand that would want to get one day. It was just wasn't in the budget in the first few years, but then eventually I was like, okay, now it's time to invest in proper gear. Once you start doing proper shoots, and it's like, okay, now I need to get proper gear. Godox is probably still the top of the top brand in the country, and it has been for many years. So it was like, okay, let's start with the lighting. Then it grew on there. Then it went to the constant lighting. Then it went to the audio, and I was like, okay, no, Godox definitely meets the quality needs. I mean, and especially even if you go budget, it still has enough quality to get the job done.
Yeah. No, I must also, yeah. I mean, I think there's so many things changing now. There's so many like lights coming out. I don't know how Godox actually keep up with themselves half the times, because
it's difficult, and it's like what do I buy now? Do I wait 2 months and then there's a new product out, and it's like it's always changing. And I think that the good thing is that it keeps the industry competitive. It keeps prices low, and it's always nice to improve it. But it just once you buy something, you're like, okay, it changed. What changed? Am I missing out now? Am I stuck with this for another 3 years before I upgrade?
I feel that when I look at, because obviously I go out to some of the universities and stuff and do workshops there, and all these youngsters have got the new Mark IIs, and there's me with my Mark 1. I'm thinking, oh no. But you know what? If it works, it works, and there's some real nice features on some of the new stuff, and it is worth the upgrade.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It definitely is.
And technology is changing at such a fast rate that it's nice to have the latest and greatest. I mean, even if you save 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes that you have.
I've often noticed that even when I do a multi-light setup, and then I have to I can change the power of that light and that light, but then now these little indicators have come on the side. I've realized how important those things are, because now if I've got a 5-6 light setup, the gear, which one was that one? It's green on my trigger, but I can't.
I mean, like,
small things.
And recently, I upgraded to the the X3 Pro.
Yeah.
And having that larger screen makes it so easy to actually see your settings. Whereas I was moved from the X Pro. I mean, with that analog screen, it's hard to actually see what your settings are. You're gonna have to basically look at it. But now with the new screens, that it's just so easy.
Yeah, and I must say the new products are absolutely amazing on that side. So I'm going to ask you, what is your go-to setup with your lighting? I know you don't do a lot of studio, you do a lot of outdoor stuff.
A lot of location-based stuff. So it's always changing. I think it depends. A lot of the times, if I'm doing events is basically just speed lights, which is quick, easy lights. Including the 8200, also that on a monopod, and I'm good to go. So it's easy to carry around. But like my main people shooting, I mean, for the last 6 months, I mean, I got the 8600 BM2, which has been my go-to for the last 6 months. It's been the only light that I take around with me, and it's filled up my almost every shoot. It's just 8600 on the glow. I mean, being a hybrid creator, sometimes I use the constant lighting as well. It's easier to have the same color range throughout photo and video by just putting in color. So I have the ML100, which is in my bag. It fits in my bag. It stays in my bag, and I power it with battery most of the times if I'm out on a shoot. That stays in my bag. But yeah, the 8600 has been a constant, especially for the last 6 months. But yeah, before that, it's been the 8200. Or the V1, which is normally it gets overworked for events. events. But yeah, that's basically been my location setup. When I'm doing boudoir work, normally it's just constant lighting
Mm.
to set the theme. So I have the LC 1000R, the LC 500R, which is just the LED sticks, which normally I just put it to just
Mm.
get some ambience in the room, and
Yeah.
that's basically the go-to setup for those type of shoots.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, every genre actually has the different needs, and that's
Yeah.
where, you know, like you say, you use the 8600 for outdoor. I mean, that 600 overpowers beautifully the sun. You can get some real cool shots, but boudoirs are more intimate.
It's more
Window
intimate.
light, a bit of
Yeah.
other consistent light coming in. So yeah, it's important to actually get that understanding, especially if you're starting out in photography and you want to actually look at a certain style. Then you need to actually choose your lights wisely.
Yeah.
Spend once. I think Craig used to say, when you buy something, it must have a multi-purpose. Because, you know, Africa, we don't have like big budgets and
And
stuff.
that's the crazy thing about shooting multiple genres or just having a media production in general, because it's not one specific type of shoot. It's you're doing portraits, then the next minute it's video, then the next minute it's products, then the next minute it's moving on to different scenes. So you need something that you can carry once, because there's no time to set up multiple lights.
No, it can get very, very hectic sometimes. So I mean, you shared this probably earlier before, sort of advice to some of the youngsters out there that actually want to start working with a brand. What must they look at doing? Because obviously they may not have a big budget. So maybe sort of explain how they can get started.
I think main thing to get noticed by any brand, I mean, whether it's a camera brand, lighting brand, or any brand for any content that you're doing, the main thing is to be consistent, to basically respect the quality of the brand, to basically create stuff that extends on what the brand is trying to build. So you're not just doing, hey, I'm doing this, or then you change to something else and then you move. So the main thing is to like follow what the brand does. Follow what the brand does. Stay consistent. Start creating. Start tagging. Start engaging. If you see someone that needs help and assistance, if you have the expertise, even if you're a beginner, try and offer it. Brands notice engagement. They notice that you there on the journey with them, and you want to grow with them. You want to grow the brand. You want to grow with them. And I think that's the main thing. A lot of people want, but don't have anything to offer back in return. It's a mutual relationship. So if you want to get noticed, just work hard, stay consistent, and just don't stop doing what you need to do.
I mean, how can you stay? How would they be sort of? Obviously, it does get demoralizing sometimes when all of a sudden you think you've put so much work in and you've tagged all the brands, and you get no response. Sometimes it's like, must I actually? And that's where the consistency comes in. But I think to also stay authentic to who you are. Don't try and copy someone else, because I think because where you do the unboxing, I've tried unboxing. It just doesn't work for me.
It's hard. It's difficult. It requires a lot of patience, and you need to do it sometimes several takes to actually get it right. It doesn't always work the first time. It may look like you do it at one time, but it's probably sometimes it's multiple takes before it can actually get the perfect unboxing. It still looks brand new. It looks like it's never been opened, but it takes a few times. So, I mean, I get the part with the disappointment. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of the times it takes time to build things. I mean, it takes time to finish school. It takes time to finish university. You cannot go from just being a beginner to a pro within a short space of time. I mean, there are people who are throughout a 25 year career before they actually get recognized by a brand. I mean, I'm on my 10th year. When it's only been like the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, I've done training for my brand, which is Nikon, like 3 or 4 years ago. So it's easier it's easier to get more attention, as we pointed out before, once one brand comes on board.
Yeah.
Once one brand comes on board, then it opens up, because a lot of the time brands are run by marketing people who run multiple brands at the same time.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes easier. But I would say, don't let any disappointment get to you. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. I mean, you're a creator, you're an artist. Just keep doing what you love, and eventually your time will pay off.
Some things happen quicker than others. Some people have it quicker than others.
Look, I mean, if you have huge followings, it obviously happens quicker.
Yeah.
But when you're just a talent, that also can happen quick. It's just a matter of reaching out to the right people.
Yeah.
Reaching out to the right people and being there when there's community gatherings, when there's trainings, events, like we have Media Tech coming up.
Yeah.
You need to show up for these things and get to network with people. If you don't network, nobody's gonna know you exist. No matter how good your Instagram posts are, nobody will know that you exist.
Yeah, no, that's very true. So, do you think there's a difference between obviously balancing your creativity and versus the brand expectation? So once you are involved in the brand and you're sort of a very creative type person, do you think there's a balance that needs to actually?
Look, I know that some brands are really strict about how they want things done. It's like they'll give you a 10-page brief on what you need to say. I mean, if you watch big YouTubers, that's exactly, you see everybody repeats the same lines.
It's the cookie cutting.
It's the same thing. I think, in a way, we are lucky that Godox SA doesn't have much, as long as you let yourself shine through the content. And I think that's where a lot of the creatives as well, you're allowed to basically let your creative side flow with it. So with the unboxings, if we need to change it up, as long as it sticks to the core value of what the product is, what you can achieve with the product, and you're telling a story in an interesting way, I don't think they affected my creativity in any way. When over the 2 years I was allowed to just let my creativity run free. I think they want me to be more creative. It's just that sometimes you just run through a burnout where the ideas just don't flow. But I think you have unlimited space to be as creative as you want to be.
Yeah. So we need to unbox Ash.
It's happening. It's been for the 2 years, almost 2 years, well, 1.5 years of YouTube. I mean, I think I've come out of the shell that I was in before that as just being someone behind the camera to now where it's like stress-free just to talk in front of a camera. It's like it's just natural. So the unboxing is there. Now we just need to get to the next level.
Yeah, I think I remember on that on the Kloppers one we did I think together, and you said, "No, Carl, you go there. You're the ambassador. Now you're the ambassador."
Yeah, it's stressful. I mean, I was even watching an old video, one of the first few videos for Godox, and I was like, why was I talking so fast? And I was like, it's because it's just the stress of being in front. It's something new. It's something different. No matter how experienced you are with the camera, being in front of a camera, it's just scary. Now I know what models and stuff feel like, because it's not easy looking at even though you're at home alone. Just looking at that lens it's stressful in the first few days.
It is. So I think also, because I was also very, very quiet, very introverted. And I think also getting involved in the photography and getting involved with Godox, it did bring out some very different side of me. I think even my wife noticed, I didn't think you would be doing that. So it does actually change you.
I know that just that confidence boost is enough to basically help your businesses grow, because you're much more confident, you much more people friendly, which is what you need in the industry. You need to network, you need to be able to speak to people. It's nice and easy to just sit behind a camera and give posing instructions, or let a professional model do what they need to do, or if you're recording video, just to stay silent. But it's also nice to be part of the stuff.
Yeah.
If you're telling a story, it's always nice to be involved. And I think that's where I know for a fact is that for the last 2 years, I've changed. I saw my first video and I look at my current video and I'm like, damn, it's two different people.
I looked at some of my old videos. I won't be doing it again. I look so much younger. You're now kept in history now, and it was actually quite shocking to see. My word, I was a lot more slimmer. I had no grey hairs.
Things change.
So on your content strategy, obviously you chose unboxing, sort of as a thing, because if I actually watch your unboxing, I must be honest, I can actually watch yours because it is simplified, straight to the point, and yes, that little flash is perfect for what I need. So why did you take that route?
Well, I think it was the easiest starting point because most of the time I'm not in front of camera. So it's like you do your intro and then you're gone. You're gone until the end. So it's like most of the time it's easy to do this stuff. I think always, as I mentioned earlier, always wanting to get into the tech and showcasing products and stuff like that. So unboxings was the easiest first step, and then obviously talking about the products and what it can do was the next step. Now the next step would be obviously doing actual proper things with it. Now it's very difficult sometimes to do more than that because you unboxing a brand new product that you don't want to touch and make dirty. So it's like no, it needs to stay shiny because it's still a new product. Or if I need to do multiple takes, so it stays what it is. It's been an interesting thing. I mean, surprisingly, unboxing things are quite popular on social media. I mean, whether you're watching TikTok, Instagram, even the most popular creators that actually make proper cinema content go to unboxing for some reason. It's like the easiest thing to do.
And I must say they are getting quite creative now, where things are being thrown around and stuff.
It's like crazy. It's like the amount of transitions and music and special effects and hooks that people have to do to make it look interesting. And I was like, okay, saw that guy do it. But that's, I mean, it's what drives social media these days, unfortunately.
Look, I think everyone has a different style, because if everyone was doing the same thing on an unboxing thing, it would just not be, it'd be boring.
And sometimes keeping it simple is what you need, because a lot of people who at the end of the day, you just don't want to showcase and get views. You want people to actually buy the product. That's the main goal. The main goal is that I need you to buy the product, and I need you to know that it's going to be worth your while and it's going to help you. I don't want to get 10,000 views. That's not going to help me. As a brand ambassador and a brand creator for the brand, I need you to go and get that piece of equipment that's going to help you grow.
So on the ambassador side of things, I'll probably showcase some of your work just now. I'll get my other little keyboard here and see if we can drag it up. The whole ambassadorship, how did it happen to the point? I know we've spoke about consistency and being genuine and keeping things simple. Is there anything else that you can think of on how you've actually evolved through the Godox family?
Well, I think it's basically just your work ethic, the type of person that you are as well, and what you have to offer to the community in general, aside from even lighting and the brands. If you, I think that's where it progressed. Where, I mean, over the last year, I mean, it's been quite a number of man hours put into the brand itself, and I mean that doesn't go out unnoticed. I mean, with any creative and Godox, I think, takes notice of everything that's done, whereas some brands don't even notice. So I think that's where it led from one level to the next level, because it was a lot of hours being put in to get stuff. It is a lot of hours exploring the products, even stuff that I didn't know. It means that I must spend time reading through manuals, what it can achieve, what can it do. So I think that all led up to the point where the reward was the next level, which I'm extremely grateful for as well. And I think with anything, you have to work hard to move up a level. And I think that's where I am right now.
Yeah, I mean, every time I go onto YouTube, there's another product that comes through because I am subscribed to your channel. Ash. Ash.
I just know when I take a box of things, I'm like, damn, which do I start with now? It's like it becomes like anxiety and stress. It's like,
yeah, look, I mean, it's really, really awesome. I've been enjoying the videos. I've wanted to buy, but there's other things I want to buy.
Yeah, look, I mean, the main focus originally was basically to get the startup community, the content creators, the people who want to get into the journey, because everybody who's a pro and experienced already knows what they need and what they want. It's hard to convince those people what you need to get. So like the main thing was that, okay, let's build up the community. Let's start with what you would be growing with first, and grow as you grow. We start going up a level and up a level. So yeah, it's been a lot, and I think it doesn't help that Godox releases so many new products every few months.
It keeps us on our toes.
Yeah,
eh?
it keeps it's fun. It's interesting and fun.
Yeah, I think that's also where Godox SA especially because they have been sort of focusing on the universities, the institutes, and those type of places, getting the youth at the point when actually they now need to start looking at getting their lighting, what they're going to be using. Obviously, they're set to a curriculum on what they need to get, but I think it's very important that Godox gets in at the grassroots, because it is affordable.
It's affordable and it has like so many different varieties. So you have things that even the cheapest stuff would help you progress to the next level, and then you move up and you move up. So I think across the entire world, I think Godox is probably the most affordable versus quality brand that you can think of. I mean, there's not many that has the same quality price point as Godox.
Yeah, I think with the X wireless system as well throughout the Godox range, I think you can see the students' faces when you explain that you can actually use this speed light as a trigger, or you can use it as an off camera, you can use it on camera, you can use it as a studio light, you can go and shoot outside with it. They're like, and everything is wireless. It just happens.
I mean, talking about features, I mean, I actually need to go in and use the X3 Pro to do a time lapse, because it has shutter control features. So I actually want to go and do it, because it means that there's an option for landscape photographers as well.
Sure, there's just so much happening with as we said, the Godox products are just rolling out faster than we can create content, which is a good thing.
It keeps the industry competitive. It keeps prices as low as possible, and it allows you to expand. It allows new creators, whether you're just a content creator on Instagram or TikTok, it gives you professional grade equipment without breaking the bank. If you want pro levels, we have the pro levels as well, so you can go up if you have the budget for it and the bank account. But if you need to just start off, it's the perfect brand to start with and grow with the brand as you grow.
I mean, you never throw away the speed lights either that you start with, because you'll still have them and you can still use them.
Yeah, if the batteries get old, we have GPP that has replacement batteries, so you just get a brand new battery and you're basically back to good as new.
So I gotta ask you this one question: when you got the call to say, we've decided to make you a brand ambassador, what was your reaction?
Well,
or did you know it was coming?
I would say, well, I had an advanced notice that obviously I knew that the guys were grateful for all the work and effort that we put in. So I think at some point I was like super excited for hearing it. As you said, just hearing some positive news gives you a confidence boost. So it was something that came. I knew that, okay, at least I know that the work and hours that I put into this stuff was actually appreciated for growing that. From the questions that I get from regular photographers, videographers, I know that it actually is adding value. So getting the call for the ambassador thing means that, okay, that's the middle on, that's the middle. So I know that I've actually broke away from my normal traditional photography, videography, and it's something that actually added value, and that's been great. I mean, whether they had the ambassador title or not, the fact that I know that it is helping people is an achievement on its own.
Yeah. Often also you have that thought in the back of your head, you've done so many of these videos, or like when I've actually done live shows and stuff like that, and so much stuff goes wrong in the show, and you think, oh my word.
And you only notice a mistake or flaw after you've already posted it. I mean, even if I do a video, I was like, okay, I could have done that better.
Yeah.
Or why is the voice sounding a bit funny here? Or why is the music a bit too loud?
Yeah. So it's all that type of stuff. But what does it mean to Ash now becoming an ambassador? What does it mean to you as a person?
Well, I would say as a person, it doesn't change anything about me. I mean, I still have the same goals of achieving certain things. I still need to improve myself as well on certain aspects. I mean, 10 years is still quite young in the actual career. I still have a lot of room to improve on. There's still a lot more places that I want to shoot, a lot more ideas and concepts. Being an ambassador basically just gives you that slight boost. You have a direction. Okay, that's what it helps you actually focus your direction going forward, because you say, okay, I want to be a YouTuber. Now here's the direction. It's Godox. Godox is the brand. It's represents the brand. It represents my style, my creativity, my way forward. Having that gives you that motivation to keep creating more stuff, keep going out, keep doing stuff, keep training and mentoring the next generation. So yeah, the ambassador doesn't really change me that much as a person, but it helps give you that confidence.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is just ask you a couple of things. What is your favorite light? And I know it's probably going to be the 80.
Look, yeah, in current day, the 8600 BM has been my favorite light, but I still love constant lighting. As someone that's a hybrid creator, I love constant lighting. I still need to add the LA 300R or the 600R to my kit. It's one thing that I need to get. That's probably would then be my new favorite light, because it keeps both your photo and video at the same color range. Whereas you can only do so much with a strobe. For video, you basically left with natural light only. So
Yeah.
I would say if I could carry one light around, I would say the LC 1000R is like my favorite thing, because it's just like a lightsaber that you just pop into your backpack in my tripod stand, and you can take it about anywhere. So when I'm using it for like on location and an event, it's just easy to one-handed control the colors. So that's like my favorite creative light, including the ML100. That just fits in any small bag, with just a V mount or a power bank in your bag, and you're good to go. So it's hard to choose one favorite, because everything has a purpose.
Yeah.
Everything has a purpose.
I think so. If I was to sort of let's try a couple of rapid ones. So, speed light or battery light, strobe. Which one?
I mean, I would say strobe is better for almost any situation. Yeah, obviously, certain times you can't carry the big bulky sit-ups with you, but with the power that you get from a strobe, it's just completely different. I mean, speed light is useful, it's handy, it gets the job done when you're in tight spaces, but it's very limiting. It's very limiting in what you can actually achieve, and it's right in people's face. Whereas a strobe, that you can put it up high, put it at an angle, put it at a different, get super creative, get varieties of shots, get different shadows, effects. So if you want to be creative, the strobe definitely.
Yeah. And then obviously you mentioned that continuous is your sort of sweet spot.
I would say if I could only choose one light, the continuous lighting is at a level where you can work with it for almost anything. Because I mean, you have the big CRV lights that can work for video. You can shape it with your light modifiers to the point where it doesn't mess up your backgrounds. You can cut light. You have the projection units as well, which you can use to shape your light. It's not as aesthetically pleasing for photos, but it gets the job done if you're doing hybrid creation.
Yeah.
So,
like I must admit, I think I had the pleasure of using the LA 600R in the studio here, and the thing was just very bright. I think I had it on less than 30%.
It's amazing how bright. I mean, even the 100 watts ML100, I mean, it's super bright.
Yeah.
But yeah, the LA 600 or the 300R is on the next to buy list.
Yeah, no, I think that it's definitely. I probably won't get the 600, but I think the 300s and the 200s seem to be a good balance
all around, because I would need it for like multiple things. Even if you're doing like if you're recording events, if you're 300 is basically all the power that you would need. I mean, 600. Yeah, if you're doing a bit more powerful things in the bright sunlights and stuff like that, but yeah, it's a bit too much power to be portable with.
Yeah. Okay, so we're probably going to be wrapping up just now, because I think we have gone a bit over time. But what I wanted to do is maybe one more question, or maybe you can speak out to some of the new creatives that may be out there that they're just finishing maybe university or doing their photography diplomas and their stuff. What would be your advice to them?
I would say, if you have a dream and a goal, just go out and do it. A lot of the times we delay doing things because we're too scared of either taking a step of taking the risk of exploring new ideas. Don't worry what social media has to say. Don't worry what your friends have to say. If you're an artist, you want to create something, just go and do it with whatever gear you have. It doesn't really matter whether you have a cheap DSLR that's 20 years old that only records in 720p, or you have a built-in camera microphone, or you just have your phone. Go and create. Create. Be the artist that you studied. If you studied, go and be what you need to do. Just go out, explore, create in your own house. Take your own living room, try and practice. If you shoot portraits, practice at home. Do self-portraits. Use your parents, use your neighbors, use your pets, and just keep practicing. Practicing makes you better. It gives you confidence as well. When you see your stuff getting better and better, and as soon as someone notices it and compliments you, then you feel like, oh, I've achieved that, I've done that. So just keep going out and keep doing what you need to do, and keep exploring.
Yeah, because I mean, keep doing it. Some things work, some things don't.
If it doesn't work, I mean, it's not the end of it. You just switch to the next thing.
Yeah.
Switch to the next thing and keep trying.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to just thank you, Ash, for actually coming through, spending this time. It's actually great to see you again. I'm sure we're going to see more of you. And I think the Tech Expo, that's actually a Kalami. That I think that is, maybe we can bring that up on the screen. I think it was this one here. Yeah. So if we can just bring that across. So make sure you get to these things. As Ash said earlier, get to these type of events, because they're the ones that actually you get to meet the Godox team. You get to see what new things that actually the Godox actually have. Yeah. And it's all about networking. Connect with people and really get involved in your passion and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that is it. Again, thanks. And obviously, get to godox.co.za when you buy any of your gear or Golden Power batteries. So make sure you get there. You have all your 2-year warranties, and also me and Ash also buy there, so you can trust us. You can trust us, and the quality of the Godox gear is absolutely amazing, and you will not stop using the stuff you bought originally to the stuff you buy now. So get out there and start building your gear slowly. Don't go out and spend too much money and and not end up making money back. So just be wise with your purchases. Make sure you buy it with a multi-use as well. As we discussed earlier, if you want a strobe that is going to work in studio, and you want a strobe that's going to work outdoors, then you look at the AD ranges. So it's all things like that, clever buying, and you can save yourself a huge cost at the end. So I'm Carl Daniels, and this is Ash, and we are signing out, and we will see you again on Getting to Grips, and we will see you at the events, hopefully. Cheers for now.
Only need one scene, only need one scene, only need one
Have you seen our creative bulb?
Okay, add it to my cart. You've got the camera, we've got everything else. Shop Godox SA for your production equipment.